Hey, so this is me out of bed raw in the morning, and today I just want to go through, we're in my bathroom, and today I'm going to go through a few different things. It's going to be mostly aimed at oral health, but I'm also going to put in a bit of face skincare and a bit of stuff about different supplements you can take for your bones, but it all comes back, the supplements for the bones, the reason why I started taking them all comes back to oral health. So I'm going to teach you a few different things in the morning, things that you can start doing as a morning routine to get ultimate oral health. I'm just going to flick off one of these lights, that's better, it's just a bit bright. And I'm just going to apologise, just bear with me. I have my daughter running around, so she might come in and blabber away and talk a little bit sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to teach you different stuff about oral hygiene, oral health, and a routine. It's really good to do in the morning, first thing in the morning when you get up. And I'm also going to teach you how to make a natural toothpaste as well. So we're going to start off there, and then we're going to lead into some different things like a facial and different things that you can use on your skin. So what you need in the morning is a glass. This glass is probably like maybe 7,500 mils, 150 mils even maybe. So you want warm water. So you want to do this when you wake up. So you want to do this before eating anything. Don't get up and have a cold drink, have a warm drink. Now, this will help to loosen up just all the crap in your esophagus, to help doing the next exercise we're going to do on the tongue, the next, I don't know if you'd call it exercise, but the next oral care routine we're going to do on the tongue, which is called copper tongue scraping. So we're going to have a drink of warm water, just warm water. We're not going to put anything in it, so no lemon, no apple cider vinegar, just warm water. You don't want to scull it back. You want to drink it fast, but you don't want to scull it back. Just take your time drinking it though. Right. So we're going to keep the cup there because we're going to use that at the end again. Alright, so we're going to do tongue scraping. So I have my tongue, as you can see. I have a white film over my tongue. Most people are going to have that in the morning. And some people are going to have more of that, and some people are going to have less than that. Tongue scraping is something that eliminates that, but it's still good to do it even if you don't have it there. So I'm going to show you how to tongue scrape. Now, some people gag, you'll get used to this. The gag will go. You want to reach the back of the mouth as much as possible. Now, a copper tongue scraper is the best to use. You can get them for about like, maybe $10, $15. I'll try to find a link for where you can buy them in New Zealand. Copper is the best. You can use gold, which is pretty cool, and you can use sterling silver as well. Oh, sorry, stainless steel, not sterling silver. Don't use silver, stainless steel. But copper is the ultimate one to use because copper, there's scientific research proving that copper reduces bacteria, it eliminates bacteria, and they've actually used it in hospital rooms and case studies where people have had things like strep throat or skin disorders, and they've just had copper literally just in the room, haven't used it on the patients, and it's shown that those people have healed a lot faster than people with the same problems in another room, where they've given them both the same medication, they've both had the same meals. So yeah, it's showing that it's definitely the copper that is working, and they've done thousands of studies, so you can look those up. So copper reduces bacteria, so we want to reduce bacteria in the mouth, that bad bacteria. So you want to reach it to the back of the tongue as far as possible. I'm going to talk now because I can't talk while I'm doing it. So back of the tongue as possible. You're going to gag. I'm probably going to gag. It's been a while since I've done this. It is my new thing I'm going to be doing every morning because oral health is very important for me, and I will tell you why after. As you can see, that film comes off the tongue. It's all on there, and that's rather gross. So you're going to rinse that away. Now, usually you need to do this 3 to 5 times. And it's gross. And it tickles, and it may even hurt a little bit when you first starting to do it, but you'll get used to it. You may also get a little bit of blood. Don't be fazed by that. It won't always happen. Right. I still have white stuff on my tongue. And it's definitely not as bad. I think it's a bit sore on my tongue because I have a cold at the moment, so my tongue's a bit inflamed from coughing. Right, so that's the first part done. The reason why tongue scraping is good is because pretty much 90% of bacteria in your mouth is actually on your tongue. There's a lot, right? It's probably actually not that much, might only be 80%, sorry, but it's on your tongue, and 80% of your bad breath actually comes from your tongue, because obviously that's where the bacteria is. Bacteria gets smelly. So scraping that off is really good for that. It's also really good for your digestive system because you're getting rid of that bacteria in your mouth before it ends up in your gut. That bad bacteria, you don't want that in the gut, so that's why it's really important. Remember your digestive system, which a lot of people just sort of think of that being your stomach and your gut, but it's so much more than that, and it starts in your mouth. Your mouth is where your digestive system starts, so it makes sense to, if you're going to cleanse your digestive system, to make sure you start at the mouth. Also, it helps your taste buds. So if you don't have very good taste buds, it really can help with your taste buds to get better taste with them. Hey darling, Mummy's just making a video, so do you want to go play? Yeah, do you want to go down your slide? No? Do you want to go play on your jump? No? Do you want to look in the mirror? Okay, sorry about this. I'm just going to pause and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, that's one reason why dental hygiene is important, is because it's the start of your digestive system. The second reason why is, well, that again, because it's part of our digestive system. If we don't look after it, we'll lose our teeth, and eating's going to get hard if we lose our teeth. But the other reason why is because when we don't look after our teeth, plaque and tartar builds up in our mouth and in our teeth, and that can eat away at our teeth, but also at our gums, at our bones that are underneath all the skin. And that's what happened to me. I had periodontal disease, I don't know how long I had this for, but a few years ago, before me, well, 5 years ago now, I think it is, before me and my husband got married, I decided I wanted straight teeth because I had crooked teeth. So I got 6-month braces, and the I can't remember what they're called now, the orthodontist, he said to me that before I got braces, I needed to get rid of the periodontal disease. So I went in and I had a periodontal clean at a dentist here in Taupo, New Zealand, and I've got to say it was the most painful thing in the world. Even with all the injections that I got, I had 8 anesthetic injections in my mouth, and I think most of them were actually at the top, yeah. And even when I could start feeling pain of them cleaning in between my teeth and right down into my gums, and it was painful, and you've got lots of nerve endings under there. They said, do you want more injections? And I rejected them because they really hurt. They really, really hurt. So anyway, you don't want that. Now what's happened is I was really good at cleaning my mouth, making sure, I brush daily and floss daily, and my gums didn't seem to bleed much anymore, and I didn't have bad breath. I have really good oral hygiene. And then I got pregnant, and I think that kind of made my oral hygiene go a bit down, as pregnancy can. And then I had my daughter, and that's just made me not be as good as getting in my mouth and giving a good clean out every day. Sometimes I'll go to bed and I've completely forgot to brush my teeth. Gross, yuck. It happens to us mothers. Or sometimes I just don't do flossing for ages, and I just do a quick brush, and it's not enough. So my bad breath has come back, and my bleeding gums have come back. So I imagine that means that my periodontal has come back. I have lost a lot of bone in my gums, and I can't afford to lose any more, because otherwise I'll lose my teeth, and I don't want false teeth. So now this is me going, I've got to get real about my oral hygiene, and I want to share it with everybody, because I want everybody to start realising how serious this is. I smoked for years, and that's probably what caused mine. I think it's a little bit hereditary as well. It seems to run in my family. So yeah, that's why it's really important. So the next step I'm going to do after tongue scraping is oil pulling. Now I use sesame seed oil. You can use coconut oil as well. Sesame seed oil and coconut oil are the two probably best ones to use. So I recommend using one of those two. So you just have I don't have a spoon in here, so I just usually it's got a little thing, chunk it out of there. I just put enough in my mouth. So you usually put like a teaspoon to a tablespoon. You swish it around your mouth 5 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to put this in my mouth. I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to come back in 20 minutes. See you soon. I hope you're all going off to do oil pulling. Oil pulling is best to do first thing in the morning before you've eaten any food. Okay, so I did that probably for about, not quite 20 minutes, but about 10 minutes. I started getting kind of sore. Jaw just being sick, my jaw's quite sore because I've got sinusitis and puts a lot of pressure on your jaws. So now I'm just gonna make one point. If you did use coconut oil, don't throw it, don't spit it in your sink or down your toilet, because coconut oil will sulfide, and it will it's not good for your pipes. And if you're like me and you live rural, you'll have your own septic tank, and it's really not good for your septic tank. So yeah, spit it out on the lawn or in your garden or on your compost, or if you've got a scrap bucket inside, just put it in there. But yes, don't put it down your drains. Alright, so after you've done that, you can now move on to brushing your teeth. Now, I'm going to teach you later on in this video how to make your own toothpaste at home. But for now, I am going to be using, I use two different toothpastes. So, my daughter's just having a bath. So, I use Weleda. This is salt toothpaste. And I believe it has... no, I can't see. I thought it had some other things in it. No, I think it does. So I think it's got some myrrh in it, and maybe, I don't even know how to say this properly, ratanaha. I'm probably saying that wrong. So yeah, I just use a wee little bit of that on my toothbrush. I use a bamboo toothbrush. Oh, and it's came off. And then I use Weleda, and this has got the ratana in it. Again, I'm probably saying that wrong, but it tightens and textures your gum. So that's what I use. I like this brand because it's free of synthetic fluorides. Fluorides are so bad for you. They're so bad for not just your teeth, they're so bad for your health. They're so bad for your, fluoride is really bad for your glands. It calcifies, puts calcification over your glands, especially your pineal gland, but I believe it still does it as well on your pituitary gland as well. Now both those glands are in your brain, so imagine what else it's doing to your brain. It clogs up your arteries, so it puts that calcification in your arteries. So that's another video I am going to share in the future, is making a special elixir to clean your arteries. So anyway, I use them. So brush your teeth really well. Do it gently. It's always good to, if you're right-handed, it's always good to use your left hand, because you tend to press too hard and your gums don't like that, and actually your teeth don't either. So use your hand that you don't usually use for writing, and give your teeth a good brush for 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm just going to quickly pause this while I brush. And don't forget to do, when you're brushing, don't just do your teeth, do up on your gums, do the insides of your cheeks, and do your tongue as well. See you soon. Right, so that's done. And next I'm going to floss. There's different things you can use for flossing. So I like to use these pixers. I don't actually like to use them. I don't like to use them because they're not good for the environment, but they work best for me. And so you can use those. And these are good for the hard to reach back teeth. Or you can use dental floss, and I have a this dental floss is from the Eco Warehouse in New Zealand. I'll put a link below. You can also buy it from the bin in, and other retailers probably sell it as well. But I like this brand because it is it's okay for the environment. Actually, I think you can even, when you've used this, you can chuck it on your compost because it's decompostable. However, the pixers work best for me, so I use a mixture of both. I can't use floss on these front teeth because I have a wire at the back to stop them from moving after having braces. So I definitely have to use Pixter or this. So purposes, you just use a between the teeth. And just really making sure when you're using it, you press it down to the gums. So you can get different you can get different sizes, so it shows you on the back. You can get different sizes depending on how big a gap you have between your teeth. I use the smallest one because my teeth are quite tight together. Not so much these front ones, but definitely the top ones and towards the back. Now, you're gonna get blood. Don't be alarmed. Don't freak out, stop using it. Okay? It's an indication that you need to be flossing, you need to be doing it. The more you do it, the less you're gonna start seeing that because your oral health is improving. You may experience a bit of pain as well. Listen, again, don't stop doing it. It means you need it. That pain will go away. It will, I promise you. You may find some teeth harder to get into, and that's where you might need to use the floss. The 0 is just still too small. If your oral health is good, like if you do this regularly or you floss or brush regularly, you probably won't find that much comes out between the teeth. That's good. It's good. If you've got a big build up, it means, well, you have not done it in a long time, and you've got lots of yuckies in your teeth. Again, I can't fit it between these two, so I just use the floss. This tooth here used to bleed really badly, and it doesn't so much anymore. Darling, don't tip the water out on the floor, please. Some teeth are quite hard to get in between, and if that's the case, let's just go back and floss them. So I find these a bit too hard to get to the back teeth, so that's why I use the green one. Alright, so you can use a pick a few times. Usually when you can't use it anymore, it's because it's been twisted so much and the little wire slips off. So you can usually use it 2 or 3 times. So I am just going to go ahead and floss between the teeth, and I'm going to use the mirror because it's easier. So. I still get quite a bit of blood between those teeth. done enough. Okay. And just use this to get the back teeth. Alright. Now, I hadn't done this in such a long time, and then I did it, and my teeth were so sore. It hurt to eat soft things. It was, yeah, really painful. So again, if that happens to you, if you've got quite pain and it really hurts to eat, and you notice that your gums start looking all inflamed, please don't make it stop you from doing this, okay? Because it's literally only going to hurt the first one, first time or the first 2 times that you do it. It's not going to hurt every time. It means you need it. It means you badly need it. Also, I do advise go to the dentist and get a periodontal clean if you think you need that, or even a hygiene clean. It's good to get a hygiene clean once a year. I plan on getting one further down this year. I think they cost about $75 in New Zealand, or from $75 in New Zealand. I know that's what I paid for them. You might pay $55, you might pay $155. Periodontal clean in New Zealand, you're looking anywhere from around $600 to $1,600. That's a lot of money. I paid $890 for mine, and it was it took 2 hours. And it was like torture, and I don't want to go back there again. I am hoping that I can save myself from getting that, and then I can just get a oral hygiene clean this year. Right, I'm going to move on to the next tip. So after you've done all of that, you can use a mouthwash. So I use, again, Weleda. It's Vitamin mouthwash, and it also has, it's got a few different things in here. I thought it had myrrh in it. It does, yes, it's got myrrh in it. So myrrh is, I think, good for reducing gum disease. Right, so this, get your cup again, put some warm water in the cup. You only need enough for a mouthful. So just run the tap, make sure the water's warm. Warm's best. So I've just put a little bit in the bottom of the cup there, and this says pour 5 to 10 drops into the water. So I've put about 10 in there. Now, I'm going to also warn you that this will stain your sanity if you don't rinse it off properly. When I say stain, you can easily clean it off with cleaner. Even biodegradable cleaners will clean it off nice and easy, but I'm just letting you know, just try to rinse it off straight away. So just give that a swirl around the cup, and then just swish it around your mouth for 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, so just pause it again when I've done that. So you have to sit there watching me do that for 5 minutes. Right, so the next thing I was going to do is teach you guys how to make, here's your balls. Oh, there you go. Is how to make toothpaste. So you want a glass, an empty clean glass jar. I'm going to be using a few different ingredients. So I've got organic Sarah's organic coconut oil. Now, usually I would say it's best to use the cold pressed virgin one. This is a high heat cooking oil, but it's still going to work. But the virgin cold pressed is the best to use. This is all I have, so I'm just going to use this because I just want to show you how to make it. And I'm just going to make enough for a few brushes. So just get a teaspoon and add that in to here. I'm not going to use much because of the fact. So I haven't put much in there, but you'd probably usually put more. I'll just show you how much that actually is. I'm just going to melt it down. So I'm just going to put the lid on. I'm going to run under the hot tap and melt it down so you can see how much really is in there. Also, melting it down probably makes it easier to mix together with the other things. Just wait for the hot to come through. So, tongue scraping, the warm water, the tongue scraping and the oil pulling, you only need to do that first thing in the morning. So, try brush your teeth. Really, 3 times a day is good. So brush your teeth every time after you've eaten, but always wait 20 minutes. And if you've eaten anything acidic like oranges or kiwi fruits, or you've had apple cider vinegar, then make sure you wait a little bit longer, so about 40 minutes to brush your teeth. The reason why for that is because when you brush your teeth too soon after having citrus fruit or something acidic like vinegar, it can actually be bad for the enamel on your teeth. It can create erosion. That's what I've learnt. And I'm not sure if it's the same when you use like a natural toothpaste. That might just be something to do with the fluoride and the other chemicals they put in toothpaste. So if I am wrong about that being with natural, then go back and brush your teeth if you know that that's what I know. Brush your teeth 20 minutes after you've eaten, apart from obviously in the morning you're going to do this, but you can brush your teeth again after having breakfast if you have breakfast. If you do intermittent fasting, then just brush your teeth 20 to 40 minutes after you've eaten your lunch. And then the same after dinner. So again, after dinner as well, if you go to bed, you're going to want to brush and floss. Just taking a really while to melt down. I'll just link up instead. So I'm going to show you what else I have while we're waiting for that to melt. So we're going to use some baking soda. And we're going to use some natural calcium. So this calcium is pure marine source. It is organic as well. So when I say marine source, that means it comes from marine coral. So we're going to break a couple of those caps in, because that's really good for your teeth as well. We're going to use, now this isn't table salt, I've just got it in this jar. I need to get a proper jar for it. But as you can see, it's actually pink Himalayan salt. So we're going to use some of that as well. And we've got in here a teaspoon of turmeric. Now you can also add, if you like, some activated charcoal that can help just draw any toxins and bacteria out, as well as help whiten your teeth. I'm happy with how white my teeth are. Coconut oil also helps whiten teeth, and so does baking soda. But you can add activated charcoal as well. I'm also putting in some essential peppermint oil and some essential clove bud oil. Clove bud oil is good for toothaches. It does give it a bit of an icky taste, but it is still good. I'm also going to be putting a couple of drops of this in as well. So, here we go. Right, it's pretty much melted. So as you can see there, I've got about that much in there. I'd say that it's probably 2 tablespoons. Sorry, maybe not even that, maybe 1.5 tablespoons. Right, so I am going to start adding some baking powder to the mixture. Sorry, baking soda, not baking powder. Don't use baking powder, please don't use baking powder. Oh, baking powder is a key and it will actually sting your teeth. So don't use baking powder. So I have put in about 5 teaspoons of that. Now, other things that you can use, you don't have to use this kind of calcium. You can also use crushed eggshells. I used that once and I thought it tasted foul, but you can use it. So how you can prepare crushed eggshells is quite easy. So I'm just going to add 2 caps of this. Also, you can add zinc as well. If you have zinc, you can add zinc. I don't think I have any zinc, but zinc is also very good to use. So the best thing to do is if you're going to use chicken eggs, or you can use duck eggs as well, is boil them in water first, and then they'll have like the skin just on the inside of the egg and on the inside of the shell. So just peel that off and then let them dry, and then blend and crush them till they're a fine dust. And now you'd only need like 1 teaspoon, and I think my mistake was I think I put way too much in. I don't think I crushed it into a powder enough, so it was quite gritty. So yeah, that's what you can use. Also, chewing on sesame seeds is really good. So I'm going to put a little bit of sesame seed oil in. I'm just going to put a tiny wee bit in. It's probably 1/2 teaspoon that I put into that. I shall be back. My daughter has climbed out of the bath. Okay, she's back in the bath, safe. So then we're going to add the turmeric powder. So turmeric's a great anti-inflammatory. And it's a great antibacterial and antifungal. So it's really good for your teeth. Now just make sure that if you spill any of that on your vanity, to get it off. If you leave it there, it will stain, and it is harder to get turmeric off than that mouthwash. So make sure you get that off. Next thing I'm going to put in is just a little bit of salt. So you don't need much. You don't need much salt at all. So I'll just show you how much I put in. So it's probably quite hard to see that on my hand. So if you see that there on my hand, it's just a little pinch. So we just put that in. And then the next thing I'm going to put in is the 10 drops of the Ratten. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm terrible at pronouncing things, but I will. I'll put the spelling of it down below in this video, and I'll put a link of where you can buy it. Careful, darling. I am going to be back. My daughter's finished in the bath, so I'm going to go get her dressed. Hi. Okay, so I'm back. So now I'm going to put some of these drops in because I didn't do that yet. So I'm going to put 10 drops of that in. Right. And I'm going to put I'm just going to put 1 drop of cloves in, but you can put up to 3. I'm going to put up 1 because it's not a taste I really particular can handle too much in my mouth. It makes me feel a bit sick. So I'm only going to put 1 drop in. Peppermint oil. 5 drops of the peppermint oil in. Just taking a while to drop out because there's not much left in the bottle. Now, you can also put xylitol in this. I do have some of that somewhere. I'm not too sure where it is, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to add it to it. So xylitol will just sweeten it, and also xylitol is very good for oral health. So once you've done all that, mix everything together. Now, if your paste is too runny, add more baking powder. So I've now obviously used that. I have my daughter's baby spoon here, so I'm just going to use that. Now, because this video has been quite long, I am going to do a separate video for the skincare one. And then if you make the paste too thick, you just add some water to it. It's fine. So my paste is probably a bit too thick at the moment, so I'm just going to add a couple of little drops of water. Hopefully I haven't made it too runny again. So you want sort of the consistency to be more like that, so it's not too thick that it's not falling off the spoon, and it's not too runny that it's streaming, pouring off the spoon. Alright, so that is how to do your toothpaste. And when you use your toothpaste, because you're using turmeric, make sure you give your basin a good rinse out, so that you're not getting any stains in there. So that's it for oral health. The other video I'll talk more about the supplements that I take for bone health and skin health, and yeah, just more about different skin health to do. So I'm going to show you how to do dry brushing, and I'm going to show you me jumping into a cold shower straight afterwards for 2 minutes. And I'm going to talk about different things that I like to use on my face. So thanks for watching, and I probably have comments enabled at the moment, but I will put those up. Comments up for this video will be on shortly. And I'm all new to this whole YouTube thing, so I haven't worked out how to make those flash videos like everyone else, but this is my start.